Hey guys, Mark from the Sports Corner here, and it's time for one of my favorite segments, the Fool's Gold segment. This is teams that you may think are good, but actually when you start digging in, they are not good. They are pretenders. I put the Seattle Seahawks on this list when they were 3-0. They go lose 3 games in a row right after that. So no, I put the Saints on here when everybody thought the Saints were going to be good and possibly win the division because they were 2-0 or 3-1 or whatever it was. Then they dropped like a stone. Regardless of the injuries, they were terrible. So let's go over my Fool's Gold list. Some teams are going to be repeated, and there's going to be some new teams here. But I just want to tell you guys to stay away from these teams, or don't have so much hope in these teams because they're probably not going to go nowhere. So here we go. Here is my list of the Fool's Gold teams. And let's just go out the gate. I'm going to give you not teams, but 2 whole divisions. I've been telling you guys that NFC South is garbage. All of them have major problems, and I was right. Saints start off hot, terrible now. Panthers, we always knew they were going to be terrible. Atlanta Falcons, they can't rush the quarterback if their life depended on it. And they've been squeaking by wins all the time, okay? Like, for example, the Eagles game. They barely squeaked that by. And they get blown out by the Seahawks last week. So, no thank you. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Besides all the injuries they had now that Mike Evans is going to be out for a few weeks and Godwin is going to be out for the year, their defense was not good. You could go all over them, okay? So these teams were all fool's gold. The whole NFC South, especially Tampa Bay now. Tampa Bay is going to be awful now. No weapons whatsoever. Say goodbye. They're going to drop. The Falcons are probably going to win the division because everybody had injuries, or they're just terrible. And the Falcons can't rush after the quarterback if their life depended on it. So the NFC South are terrible. Whoever wins the division, they're going to be one of the first teams out in the playoffs, out like a light. See you later, goodbye. So stay away from the NFC South. They're all terrible. Don't get your hopes up with them. The second division, the NFC West. Who would have thought with the great 49ers, who everybody was crowning, they'll come back. Yeah, right. I took the Chiefs money line against them because I knew they are pretenders. Shanahan and that system are pretenders. The guy can get you there, but he can't get you home, can he? Okay? Shanahan's never beat the defensive coordinator from the Kansas City, Spags. Okay? They lost to the Rams when the 49ers when they still had a lot of weapons left. They lost to the Rams, okay? This team is full of pretenders. And now they're hurt. Deebo Samuel is out. Ayuk is out for the year. CMC, God knows when that guy's going to come back. So no, the 49ers are pretenders, and they got a bunch of defensive guys hurt too. The number 1 team being the Seattle Seahawks, no thank you. They're 4-3. They're too inconsistent, okay? I don't think Geno could take these guys home. And now DK Metcalf has a sprain. He might be out of a game or two, but not too much. But everybody was lauding their defense. Oh my God, their defense, all these ball hawks, these people they drafted. They played crappy teams. They barely beat the Miami Dolphins and the Patriots at the beginning of the year. And then they start playing some real teams. They lose 3 in a row. And they just had 1 win against the crappy other Fool's Gold team, the Falcons. So no, the NFC West is garbage. The Cardinals are too inconsistent. I don't care they're 3-4. They'll fall down. They might get 5 or 6 wins this year. That's it. They'll be down the drain. And the Rams, they're 2-4, but they're talking about trading off their big pieces in Stafford and Kupp. So they're ready to wave the white flag and call it. So the NFC South and the NFC West, Fool's Gold. And 2 returning teams on the Fool's Gold list, which I'm going to keep on saying because I'm so sick of commentators just kissing the asses of these 2 teams, especially their 2 coaches. That's the Chargers and Broncos. If I have to hear people kissing their butts all the time, I'm going to go nuts. The Chargers offense is god awful. Jim Harbaugh is all you're going to do is run the ball of Dobbins. Oh, we got 1 yard, then 3 yards. Oh, 1 yard. Well, let's hope our defense stops them, and maybe we'll get a couple field goals in to win the game. They lose to the Cardinals 15-12 or 16-15, whatever it was. That game was so damn boring, I turned it off. Okay? Because they couldn't do nothing. Why are people thinking Jim Harbaugh is this God-knowing head coach? I don't get it. Okay? So The Chargers are on there just because their offense is really shitty, okay? And maybe they'll probably be a better team next year because they'll get weapons. But right now, they're not going nowhere. But the media keeps on blowing them up. Jim Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh. I'm sorry, they're not going nowhere. They're maybe a 6-7 win team, if that, okay? And the Broncos. Sean Payton, great Sean Payton. Why? Who is scared of this offense? Who? Great defense. I have them in fantasy, so I know it's a good defense. Great for them. Bo Nix, if he doesn't beat you by his legs, the Broncos are not winning, okay? He's getting better every game, it looks like, but they're not going to go nowhere this year. I remember Colin Cowherd saying that the Broncos were going to make the playoffs, I believe he said. Or he said the Chargers were going to make the playoffs. And it's like, what? What are you talking about? But the Broncos, it's just Bo Nix, and that's it. Who else are you scared of in that team? Javonte Williams? Garbage. Sutton? Good, okay, he's not too terrible. Who? I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody else on that receiving core team. So no, they're all defense and Bo Nix legs. So all you gotta do is put a QB spy on Bo Nix, make sure he doesn't beat you with the legs, and then you should be able to beat them. That's it. Two crappy offenses with really good defenses. So I'm sorry, Chargers and Broncos, you're pretenders because defenses don't win championships anymore in the NFL. It's all offense. So you guys are not that good team. You're not making the playoffs. You'll be a mediocre team. But right now, you're on the fool's gold list because I'm tired of the media blowing you guys up. So no, see you later. Have fun in Cancun when it comes playoff time. And this team might be a little controversial putting them on my fool's gold list. And that is the Washington Commanders. Now, they're 5-2. They're number 1 in the NFC East. Why would I put them on there? Jaden Daniels looking like the rookie of the year. Great rushing attack. Good weapons. They have beaten nobody. They haven't beaten one team that's above 500. And they're probably going to lose the Bears next week because Jaden Daniels is probably not going to play the game. Regardless of that, I believe there's some little fool's gold there because they haven't played nobody. They finally played the Bears. It'd been nice if Jaden Daniels played that game to show what can they really do against a really good defense and a team that's offensive. The offense is doing all right now, but they're not. It's gonna be Marcus Mariota at quarterback. Good luck with that. So I think the Commanders are a bit of fool's gold. So I wouldn't be surprised in the next 3 to 4 weeks that they're out of people power rankings. They come back to earth because they're finally playing really good teams. So you heard it here first. The Commanders are fool's gold because they haven't played one good team. And no, I take that back. They've played 2 good teams and they lost to both of those teams, Buccaneers and Ravens. They've beaten nobody. Nobody. They beat the Panthers. Woohoo. Here's a cookie. So you guys heard it here first. Commanders are on the fool's gold list. All right, guys. That is my fool's gold list. Teams that you think are good, but they are pretenders. Let's just go over them real quick. The whole NFC West, the whole NFC South. I've been saying the NFC South's been garbage since week 1. And the Commanders, the surprising team, new team that's on the fool's gold list because they've beaten nobody. And the 2 other repeating teams are the Chargers and Broncos. I'm so sick of the media talking about them, sports analysts, because they love their head coaches. I'm sorry, their offensives suck. They just got defenses, and defenses don't win championships anymore in the NFL. So that's my fool's gold list, guys. Please like and subscribe. Tell me who's on your fool's gold list. Who do you think's full of crap and are pretenders? I would love to hear it. I love talking about this. It's one of my favorite segments I like doing for myself. So, man, if you could like and subscribe, that'd be great. I love doing this. And my Week 8 predictions are coming out to Thursday or coming out Friday. So stay tuned for that. And always, guys, I will see you in the next one.